Начинается
We are beginning the ceremony of presentation of letters of credence.
чрезвычайный и полномочный посол
Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Republic of Slovenia to the Russian Federation, Alenka Sukhadolnik. Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Federative Republic of Somalia to the Russian Federation, Mohammed Abukar Zubair. Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Gabonese Republic to the Russian Federation, Sosten Ndembi. Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka to the Russian Federation, Shobini Kaushala Gunasekara. Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the French Republic to the Russian Federation, Nicolas Louis-Marie Olivier de Rivière. Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Republic of Senegal to the Russian Federation, Stéphane Sylvain Sambou. Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Republic of Rwanda to the Russian Federation, Joseph Nzambamvita. Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Czech Republic to the Russian Federation, Daniel Kostoval. Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Islamic Republic of Mauritania to the Russian Federation, Sedati Sheikh Ould Ahmed Aisha. Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan to the Russian Federation, Gul Hassan Hassan. Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the People's Democratic Republic of Algeria to the Russian Federation, Tufik Juama. Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Portuguese Republic to the Russian Federation, Sara Feronia Martins. Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the People's Republic of Bangladesh to the Russian Federation, Nazrul Islam. Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Federative Republic of Brazil to the Russian Federation, Sergio Rodriguez dos Santos. Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Kingdom of Norway to the Russian Federation, Heidi Olofsson. Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Kingdom of Sweden to the Russian Federation, Anna Kristina Therese Johannesson. Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Arab Republic of Egypt to the Russian Federation, Hamdi Shaban Abdel Halim Mohammed. Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Republic of Colombia to the Russian Federation, Jorge Ignacio Zorro Sanchez. Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to the Russian Federation, Sami bin Mohammed Al Sadhan. Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Republic of Ghana to the Russian Federation, Koma Stem Jehu Apiach. Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Republic of Namibia to the Russian Federation, Monica Ndilavike Nashandi. Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Republic of Austria to the Russian Federation, Gerhard Zeiler. Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Republic of Cuba to the Russian Federation, Enrique Horta Gonzalez. Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan to the Russian Federation, Faisal Niaz Termizi. Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Republic of Korea to the Russian Federation, Lee Sok-bae. Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Republic of Peru to the Russian Federation, Manuel Augusto de Cosio Kluver. Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Oriental Republic of Uruguay to the Russian Federation, Maria del Rosario Portel Casanova. Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Republic of Lebanon to the Russian Federation, Bashir Saleh Azam. Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Swiss Confederation to the Russian Federation, Jörg Stefan Buri. Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Republic of Iraq to the Russian Federation, Abdul Karim Hashim Mustafa. Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Italian Republic to the Russian Federation, Stefano Beltrame. Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Republic of Maldives to the Russian Federation, Abdul Latif Abdul Rahim. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, First of all, I would like to warmly welcome you in the Kremlin at the ceremony of the presentation of letters of credence. Our meeting is taking place at the very beginning of the new year, where we all build new plans for the new year and for the future, and we would like to hope that all the hardships and troubles, mutual grievances and conflicts will remain in the past. I would like to use this occasion and I would like to wish all of you, your families and the peoples that the countries of you represent, all the well-being and success in the year 2026. You will probably agree that one of the key factors of sustainable development and well-being, prosperity of humanity is international cooperation. In the modern, multifaceted and mutually interconnected world, it is the capability of states to interact constructively that defines common stability and security. And a frank, honest partnership gives us the opportunity to resolve common, even the most difficult challenges. It's no wonder that they say that the peace doesn't come on its own, rather it is built, and every day. The peace demands efforts, responsibility, conscious choices. The relevance of this is obvious, especially right now when the situation at the international arena is degrading more and more. I think that no one will argue with that. All conflicts are aggravating, new serious hotspots of tensions are appearing. Diplomacy, search of consensus, compromise are more often than not subsumed by unilateral and quite dangerous actions. Instead of dialogue between states, we hear the monologue of those who use the might makes right formula to justify their attempts to impose their will, act condescendingly, and give orders. Dozens of countries in the world suffer from disrespect of their sovereign rights, from the chaos and lawlessness, and they don't have enough strength and resources to defend themselves faced with pressure and blackmail. A sensible resolution of this frankly difficult situation is to have more voices in favor of the strict adherence by international law by all members of the world community, and also by providing real assistance to the new, upcoming, more just multipolar world order. A world order where every state could have a right for their own model of growth, to have their own preservation of their independent culture and tradition without any interference from without. I would like to point out that Russia is sincerely adhering to the ideals of multipolar world. Our country will always conduct and has always conducted a balanced and constructive foreign policy course, taking due consideration to our own national interests and objective tendencies of the world development. With all partners interested in cooperation, can count on our support and truly frank and mutually beneficial relations. To deepen links in politics, economy, humanitarian sphere, and to jointly counter the most daunting challenges and threats. Russia stands for the reinforcement of the key central role of the UN in the world affairs. The organization celebrated its anniversary last year. 80 years ago, our fathers, grandfathers, have won the Second World War for us. They managed to unite, find the balance of interests, and agree on the fundamental rules and principles of interstate conversation and relations, and they enshrined them in the UN Charter in their fullness and interconnectedness. The imperatives of this very important document, such as mutual respect of sovereignty, equal rights, and non-interference in the internal affairs of states, the resolution of disputes through dialogue, are in high demand right now, more than ever. And we need to think that the security must be truly comprehensive. That means equal and indivisible. And it cannot be ensured for some at the expense of security of others. This principle has been enshrined in the principal documents of international community. Neglect of this this principle will not lead to anything good. This was shown at the example of the situation of the crisis around Ukraine, which became a direct consequences of the long history of ignoring Russia's interests and a serious effort, conscious effort to multiply threats to our security in for the expansion of NATO towards our country, in contrary to the public assurances given to us previously. I would like to remind everyone that Russia has repeatedly came up with initiatives to build a new, reliable and just architecture of European and global security. We suggested variants and rational resolutions that could satisfy everyone in the United States, in Europe, in Asia, in the entire world. We think that we need perhaps to return to the targeted discussion of those principles to reinforce those conditions that could help bolster the peaceful settlement of the conflict in Ukraine. It is that this long-term sustainable peace, ensuring security of each and every one, is the desire of our country. Not everyone, particularly in Kiev and in the European countries supporting it, is ready for it. But hope that the consideration of this necessity will come sooner than later. Without that, Russia will continue to reach the goals we set for ourselves before the beginning of the operation. I would like to underline that we are always ready to build equal and mutually beneficial relations with all international partners in the name of common prosperity, well-being, and development. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, at the current ceremony, 32 ambassadors are represented. Each of those states that they represent is an active member of the UN, contributing to the resolution of current challenges of the world agenda. Many of you are representing countries that are strategic partners and allies of Russia, the countries that are united with us by the ties of friendship, cooperation, and mutual support, and with whom we are working together in the framework of large international regional structures. I'm convinced that Ambassador of Brazil will agree that our two countries, who were at the outset of the creation of BRICS, are constructive, like-minded countries when it comes to the forming of the truly just and multipolar world order. The cooperation of Russia and Brazil is developing in a constructive key and is fulfilled with new mutually beneficial projects in different areas. As you know, just yesterday I talked with President Lula da Silva through the telephone. We discussed the situation, and this confirmed our outlooks at the global and regional process are close or are matching. I would like to point out that the real, durable, and friendly relations tie us with the Republic of Cuba. We have always helped and will always continue to help to our Cuban friends. We express solidarity with their efforts to defend their sovereignty and independence, faced with another wave of blackmail and threats. Russian-Cuban cooperation is tested with time and is based on our sympathy of our peoples. We are implementing very important projects in energy, metalworking, transport infrastructure, medicine, and uploading cultural and humanitarian links. I would like to point out that Latin America and Russia have very close and constructive relations. We always respected the states of this region as equal and self-sufficient partners. This concerns fully the countries represented here, such as Colombia, Peru, and Uruguay. I think that you have all the opportunities to have a qualitative increase of trade and investment and commercial links and the cooperation area of healthcare and pharmaceuticals, education, and capacity building when it comes to human resources. In the same spirit of partnership and trust, Russia is intending to have a further reinforcement of our interaction with the states of the Middle East and North Africa. One of the key roles in this region is played by the friendly country of Egypt, with whom we are building the relations of trust based on the Treaty on Comprehensive Strategic Cooperation of 2018. Our countries are implementing important joint projects, including the construction of the El Dabaa nuclear power plant and creation of the Russian industrial area in the environs of the Suez Canal. In a month, we will celebrate the 100th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations with Saudi Arabia. The bilateral partnership is developing successfully and is of a compound character. We have established close coordination in the format of OPEC+, which truly helps to support the stability of the global oil market. We welcome the decision of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to act as a country guest of the upcoming St. Petersburg International Economic Forum. It's important that Saudi Arabia is also planning to accommodate the international musical contest Intervision that was revitalized at Russia's initiative. Our ties to Lebanon and Iraq are traditionally developing in the mutually respectful and positive key. Our country is constantly supporting their unity, sovereignty, independence of those states, and against any foreign interference into internal affairs. We are closely cooperating with Pakistan, a full-fledged member of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization, the largest regional structure in regards to its economical, technological, and human potential. Russian-Pakistan relations are truly friendly and mutually beneficial. Afghanistan is a country observer at the SCO. Russian-Afghan cooperation has recently garnered important positive dynamic. This is helped by the decision taken by Russia last year regarding the official recognition of new authorities of the country. We are sincerely interested in Afghanistan being a united, independent, and peaceful state, free of war, terrorism, and drug trafficking. Our interaction with Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, and the Republic of Maldives is improving quite efficiently. We are successfully improving contacts in the traditional areas such as tourism, fisheries, agriculture, and energy. We are intending to grow our cooperation in other spheres of mutual interest. At the ceremony today, we have a large group of ambassadors of the friendly countries of Africa: Somalia, Gabon, Senegal, Rwanda, Mauritania, Algeria, Ghana, and Namibia. Russia is tied to the countries of the region by relations of partnership, support, and mutual aid. The basics of those relations have been laid in during the time of African people fight for their freedom and independence. Our country contributed significantly to ridding the countries of Africa from the colonial yoke and the building of their statehood, development of the national economies and social sphere, and in the training and equipment of the armed forces. And we are intending to broaden the mutual political, economical, humanitarian context. We will continue to assist and help our African friends in the desire for development and active participation in international affairs. All those questions have been discussed in detail at the Russian-African summits in Sochi in 2019 and St. Petersburg in 2023, and at the Russia-Africa Partnership Forum in Cairo last month, which was held at the level of Ministers of Foreign Affairs. We are currently working on the holding a third summit of Russia-Africa Summit this year. Unfortunately, the positive capital of our interaction with the Republic of Korea was in many cases wasted, and it's a shame because we used to be guided by the pragmatical approach, and we used to reach truly good results in the trade and business. Every European state present here, Slovenia, France, Czech Republic, Portugal, Norway, Sweden, Austria, Switzerland, and Italy, has the experience of deep historical relations with our country. Our relations are full with examples of mutually beneficial partnership and enriching cultural cooperation. The current state of bilateral ties of the aforementioned countries with Russia leave much to be desired. The dialogue and contracts have been decreased to a minimum, not due to any fault of ours, I would like to say. I'm talking about the official and the business circles interaction. Any interaction on key international regional questions has been frozen. I would like to believe that with time the situation will change and our countries will return to normal, constructive conversation based on the principles of respect of national interest, consideration of due concerns in the area of security. Russia has always been and remains committed to such approaches and ready to restore the level of relations that would be satisfactory to us. In general, as I said many times, we're open for mutually beneficial cooperation with all countries without exception, and we are, of course, interested that the work of any ambassador presented here would be extremely resultative. You can be sure, distinguished Ambassador, that all useful endeavors proposed by us will get the necessary support from the Russian leadership, the executive authorities, enterprises, and civil society. I would like to wish you all the success and all the best in your work. Thank you for your attention.